Hey YouTube, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Roman, and yes, we are back with another For the Culture news report where I give my commentary on everything I find interesting in celebrity news. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I want to talk about Kanye West versus Drake. This long-awaited battle, this long-awaited moment for hip-hop, and it's a great moment, and it definitely takes me back to 2005, the days of 50 Cent and the days of Kanye West, when they had the biggest beef during that time. Not necessarily beef, but they had the biggest competition and battle when dropping their album. And I don't know if people remember this, but this is very, very much so reminiscent of that, just in the days of social media. So watch this clip and let's come right back.
Look, you seen them individually right now. You know what we gotta do. Give it up for Kanye and 50 Cent. Wait till I get my money. 50.
Man, what you see right here? You got 50 throwing up the rock. What? Hold on. Oh, no. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. Calm down. We gonna get to it right here. Now, this is definitely a big day in hip hop. It's a monumental day in hip hop. We gotta know, how are both of y'all feeling right now? It's 11th of September. How are both of y'all feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling good. You know I'm a lead. Of course I'm feeling good. He brought his big brother with him. And his big brother ain't no competition for me.
So it was really an opportunity for Kanye West, who was well established at that time. He was producing music for the likes of Jay-Z and other artists at that time. And 50 Cent, who was really new on the scene, and he had established himself so heavy. And so he was gearing up to drop his album, and he got himself in that friendly competition and battle with Kanye West. And it turned out to be pretty good on the part of 50 Cent. 50 Cent actually moved approximately 691,000 units during that week. And Kanye West, of course, pushed 957,000 albums that week. And it was the first time two artists pushed over 600,000 units in the same week since 1991. So before I give my commentary on what's going on with Drake and Kanye West, I wanted to give this overview of how competitions like this also work in the favor of release projects, and how sometimes what we may see as being beef is always sometimes masked in selling an album. So without further ado, let's talk about Drake and Kanye West.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time, you know. I haven't had a good time in a long time, you know.
So Drake and Kanye West have been beefing for, leave it up to me, they've been beefing for a while now. It's been this underlying beef of who's the king of hip hop, who's the king of dope beats and dope lyrics. And for some time, that's been Kanye West. Kanye West has been on top. He's always been the one who had heavy bars, heavy features. You feature Kanye on your record, you're bound to stream and definitely hit the top of the charts. Well, Drake entered Drake, and Drake has been top of the charts, selling his albums platinum, giving us singles, also introducing new artists to the industry, which has been critical because, Kanye West has been a person who would always introduce a new artist, give them a great beat, put together a great record for them. And so to now have this other artist who has similar favor and similar power in the industry, I can definitely see how a battle has sort of emerged underneath everything. So on August 21, the beef was reignited. Drake sent shots to Kanye West on Trippie Redd's Betrayal single. So Trippie Redd, I don't have too much to say about him, but Trippie Redd dropped a album, and on this album, the song Betrayal featured Drake. And the lyrics, in these lyrics, Drake's rap, all these fools I'm beefing that I barely know, 45, 44, burnt out, let it go. Ye ain't changing shit for me, it's set in stone. And that seemed to ignite what had already been bubbling up, which led to, Drake, Kanye adding Pusha T to a text message, and Kanye also leaking or doxing Drake. But let's talk at some of the stuff that we didn't get ready to see. So back on July 24th, Kanye West collaborator, Consequence, he had actually dropped a question on Twitter. We're looking for Drake's drop date. At the Real Swiss Beats, line it up. And this was the first sign that we actually saw that someone in Kanye West's camp is actually looking for, when is Drake gonna drop Certified Lover Boy? It was the first sign of it. Now, I had figured that had been the reason why Donda was being pushed back, because of the fact that Certified Lover Boy hasn't really given us any singles or given us really any type of promo. So there's been no sort of which way this album is going to sway. And I think part of the development of Donda was understanding what his competition was doing. And so I think this is part of the reason why they're trying to figure out what's the release date. So on July 30th, Drake sends a warning. And so on a podcast he was talking about, his upcoming album and saying that it's been cooked and it's ready. And one of the statements that he made, he said, album's cooked, Certified Lover Boy on the way, and that's for anyone in the way, which many of us believe was shots directly towards Donda's production team, Kanye West, all of them basically saying, I don't care if you're looking for me, I don't care if you're trying to get in the way of my project, it's cooked and it's ready to go. And so on August 5th, Kanye decides to add some lyrics to one of his songs, Donda, on the album. Now, originally, the song said, I can give $1 to every person on earth. That's God's plan, which is directly a shot to Drake, his song God's Plan. And so it's funny because he's a billionaire, and for him to say that is like, Drake, you can't do this, but I can. Now that's God's plan, that's a dope. I get it. And so in addition to that, after, Drake said anybody in the way, Kanye adds to that song the following lyric: move out of the way of my release, trying to get off my Q's and P's. Why can't losers never lose in peace? Ain't nobody around me losing sleep. Better find God before he find me. Which is like a direct shot at Drake by saying, move out of the way of my release. And so they've been like sort of going back and forth. Now, mind you, Kanye had already had, by this time, he had a listening party for Donda. So some of the music had already been surfaced, and we got to hear some of, the direction of this album. And so on August 8th, Drake's camp, they had dropped a picture of his OVO sneakers that'll be coming out. And Don C, which is, he's Kanye West's longtime friend, like he's an associate of Kanye West, he dropped in the comments of the picture to say Plan B. Like the sneakers that OVO's finna release with Nike is Plan B. And so Chubbs jumped in the comment. Chubbs is a producer, him and 40, they're producers for Kanye, for Drake. He dropped in the comments and said, Don C, see us outside. And Drake followed it up by a laughing emoji. And so you can see this like little beef ensuing, different projects and stuff like that. Now, for all intents and purposes, this could be PR stunts. This could be totally a way for us to drum up mystery around the album, drum up anticipation around these album and both of these projects. And so I'm still taking everything with a grain of salt. So after the whole them getting into, the little quarrel under the release of the shoes, that's when on August 21st, Drake, the featured song that Drake's on, Betrayal, was released, and those lyrics was released. So on August 21st, that's when Kanye West tweeted out, he put an Instagram post up of a conversation that apparently he was having with Virgin Abloh and Drake and other rappers about the green gem encrusted Patek that Virgil had made for Drake. And I don't know if you guys remember, but Drake rapped in some of his lyrics, Virgil got the Patek on my wrist doing flips. And so you can see in the text message, that conversation that was going on, a little bit above the screen, you'll see it says, wear my green watch, I want you to make my diamonds do, and allegedly it says backflips. And so that's what was tweeted out. And so that's what was shared with us. And so then we also see Pusha T being added to that text conversation. And then the Joker face, and then it says, I live for this. I've been fucked with by nerd ass jock niggas like you my whole life. You will never recover, I promise you. And so that was supposed to be a shot at Drake. And so that obviously didn't hit enough for Drake, for Kanye West, for both of them. And so Kanye West then decides to post and delete the address to Drake's Toronto address. How low? Like, now that was just okay, I don't know if this was a PR stunt or not, but that was like uncalled for, a little too far, especially for somebody of your wealth. Rich people play like that. And so Drake's response to that was him uploading to his Instagram story, him laughing, basically thinking that this was just pretty much a joke. And so my thoughts on all this is, it's leading us to the biggest anticipation, the biggest hip hop moment of this year, which will be the drop of these two albums, Certified Lover Boy versus Donda. Now, whoever comes in first, they're going to sell extremely well. I expect to put both of these projects above 600,000 units a piece in its first week, at least. Now, it's going to be curious how they play getting themselves released on the same week. I know Drake's team is keeping their release date on lock, and I know Kanye West has been having this rolling release date. Every week we got a new date. So we'll see if he sticks to his latest date, and we will see if it will be the same week of Drake. And I honestly think it will be dope if they did release them both on the same week. Drake is definitely a well-respected, notable artist. He's mainstream. He's popular all over the world for his talent. And so is Kanye West. Kanye West has another appeal, being the fashion industry, and that, I think, is his way into the mainstream world. So I think both of their projects would do widely, critically acclaimed. I think it'll be another one of those moments where Kanye will have had that opportunity to sell so many records during the first week with another artist. I think we'll have another one of those moments. But what I did want to tell everyone is that let's not take this as being some massive, they have this big beef, because it could simply be a publicity stunt. And if it isn't, it will certainly help them to sell a lot of records. So watch everything closely, keep your eyes to the streets, and pay attention to the things that you're not seeing. Because when they posted the lyrics to the Betrayal song, I was like, well, I expected Drake to be coming after Kanye West, after I've been seeing some of these things bubbling up to the surface. So just watch, and don't expect that this is going to be some big rap battle beef where they're going to be, it's going to be two rappers against each other for the rest of the the world. I don't think that'll be this at all. So drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. Do you think Kanye West is waiting for Drake's release date until he actually releases his project? Do you think Kanye West and Drake will be a great friendly competition if they release on the same week? Who do you think will sell more? Do you even care? Drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, Deuces.